This is Sarah Nunchester, and I am going to be reporting on my positive observation experience. And this is for class LIS 6120. My observation experience occurred at a public library that serves approximately 170,000 people. The population breakdown is 82.9% white or non-Hispanic, 2.2% Hispanic, 9.3% Black/African American, 3.2% Asian, 1.9% mixed race, and 4% other/non-defined. The library is pretty popular with high program attendance. For the 2015-16 fiscal year, there was 4,700 in attendance for adult programs, 7,000 for adolescent programs, and with a huge spike of up to 42,000 in child program attendance. My interaction happened at approximately 1:45 p.m. on March 24th, 2018. There were no scheduled events for the day. However, the library was fairly busy. However, it was not overcrowded. There is no separate reference area for the children's section of the library, so if children have queries, then they must bring that directly up to the reference desk, just like an adult. The reference desk is on the second floor and is located between the travel and geography and nonfiction biographical sections. The student was a 6th grade student. They were there with their parent. However, their parent let them do all the talking, and the student did their reference interview with a librarian named Nancy. I watched Nancy work with children previously, and she was always very good. I was impressed with the service that she had given children in the past, and this was no different. The student indicated to Nancy that they were needing help with a research project. Nancy asked which class the project was for and what type of deliverables were needed for the project. The student indicated that they needed a poster and a written deliverable. Nancy also asked where the child went to school and what the teacher's name was. The student was doing a biographical research project for important 20th century milestones. Nancy didn't seem to recognize the name of the teacher, but she did seem familiar with the school and with the project, as if she had seen it before or if she had dealt with students who had to do something similar in the past. Nancy did ask to see the rubric, and after reading it and getting some more details on the deliverables, she asked if the student had any particular interests. The student indicated that they were interested in space and planets. After which Nancy pointed the student toward Buzz Aldrin. That was the first suggestion that she made. The student did know who Buzz Aldrin was, however, they did know who Neil Armstrong was. So after Nancy did a little explaining, the student did seem interested in doing a little bit more research on Buzz Aldrin and picking him for their project. So Nancy led the student to the print biography section. It seemed that she was able to get some printed material for the student to use for the project. So I assumed that maybe they got a biography and perhaps some other nonfiction material. So after verifying that the student had enough information and sources to get started, Nancy took down some basic information about the student and about the project, and she entered it into her computer for what I guess might have been some type of database that the reference librarians use for children in school projects. In the past, it was seen as a responsibility of the school librarian and for school libraries to assist children with their projects. However, there's been a trend of children and families relying more heavily on the public library for a number of reasons. There's been an increase in homeschooling and alternative schooling. The amount of time spent in school libraries has decreased to give more time to the subjects such as math and English and science, which students have to do a lot of standardized testing on. There's been an increased amount of homework outside of school that has to be done when the students don't have access to school resources. And public libraries typically have more money to buy more materials, add more to their collections than school libraries are able to do. However, school libraries and public libraries have been working together to collaborate such as with shared collections, standardized prepped classes and tests, and programs to prevent the summer slide that often happens over summer vacation. Tammy Austin wrote a great article on how to do a successful reference interview with a child. She highlights on important things such as making yourself look approachable with your body language, making sure that you ask open-ended questions and make sure that you verify the information and details that the child is providing to you. Keep on asking questions to gain as much information as possible and keep the child involved in the search. Make them feel like they're a part of what you're doing. And make sure that they know that your suggestions are just suggestions. Lastly, Miss Austin highlights that librarians should stay current with what children are reading and watching and pay attention to what's popular with children. That was it. I hope you guys have a great day and thanks for watching.